Hello and welcome to GRVextra's preview of the 2014 Hickey Concreting Cranbourne Cup. What a massive night of racing it's going to be at Cranbourne Wednesday night, and I'm joined by Simone Fisher to preview the race.
James, a very hard race indeed coming up, this Cranbourne Cup final. One of the toughest country cups I think we do have to preview, but plenty happening trackside for patrons. They have the chance to win $5,000, kids' activities and also a punters club.
Indeed there is, and of course let's take a look at the box draw now for the Cranbourne Cup, starting with number 1, Banjo Boy. Look, at his best he'll be extremely hard to beat. He's having that injury cloud at the moment, but he was an okay run in the heat last week.
Number 2, Jordan Allen, a terrific run by this greyhound. I think he might be a little bit of a roughie in this field.
Yeah, quite possibly. Greyhound 3 being Fancy Amigo. He only won in 30 and 85 last week, but he has got a slick PB of 30 and 10 at the track.
Innocent Till, drawing box 4. He does have that strong mid-race section. I think he'll be one of the favourites.
Yeah, and he'll probably go forward at the start. Greyhound 5, Bookkeeper, by far the fastest qualifier, going through in 30 and 22 and an impressive heat win last week.
Certainly Noaki Spitfire. Number 6, he led in the Sale Cup. Can't see that happening on Wednesday night though.
No, Greyhound number 7 being Kibo, 30 and 50 win, defeating Phenomenal, who was held up on the corner, but nonetheless an impressive win from a young pup on the rise.
And number 8, Nobby Bale. This greyhound looks suitably drawn out wide. A big run from him, but let's take a look at Banjo Boy, James. I know we're not putting him on top, but at his best he would be sensational, probably start the favourite from the red, but just that injury cloud, I'm not sure that this greyhound will get the amount of work required for a strong 520 metre run in the Cranbourne Cup final. Yeah,
look, I fully agree. Of course, he has that stopper bone injury. And for the listeners out there, Simone, explain what a stopper bone injury actually is as we see the replay on now.
It's around the greyhound's wrist, and it takes an awful amount of pressure when the greyhound puts its front foot to the ground. It actually extends right down. It is a serious injury. The degree of it, I'm not quite sure with Banjo Boy, but I know this can be a career-ending injury for many greyhounds, and being a bone injury as well, very, very tough, but he's been under the care of Alistair Smith and can very confidently say that Alistair would not give the okay for this greyhound to go around. But having said that, this greyhound still might be withdrawn Wednesday if he's not up to scratch.
Yeah, quite possibly, and he's got the okay to race, but I guess the concern is the fact he may not get the workload required going into the Cranbourne Cup. And if he doesn't take his place, well, that's where the reserves come into play. Phenomenal greyhound number 9. With a tab fixed odds, he's the pre-post favourite at $2.50.
It's ironic, isn't it? But gee, he is phenomenal at his best, but if he does draw the red box, he probably has the biggest chance of his career to snare a group race victory.
Yeah, look, I'd fully agree. I think if he does go into box number 1, I'd be tipping him on top any day of the week. And of course, other reserve number 10 being Check My Swagger. Well, with that in mind, we now look to find the winner of the Cranbourne Cup. And I know personally, Simone, it's been very, very tough overlooking the form.
It has, James, and my numbers have changed so many times in the last 24 hours. I've had to settle on number 5, Bookkeeper, to beat 4, 2 and 1. So Bookkeeper at his best, he can lead, and he was the quickest of the night last week, although the track was a little bit drier, but such a tough race. 5, 4, 2 and 1 for me. Yeah,
look, I'm going to go with a number 5 as well on top, Bookkeeper. I think his heat win was by far the most impressive, and with that in mind, the 30 and 22 run puts him in good stead to win the Cranbourne Cup. For second, I'm going number 6, Noaki Spitfire. You know I like a roughie. He'll be 25, 30 to 1, maybe back him a place. Number 7, Kibo, I think a genuine chance, and a 1, Banjo Boy. Well, if he wasn't under the injury cloud, I'd probably tip him on top. So 5, 6, 7, 1 for me in the Cranbourne Cup.
Yep, 5, 4, 2 and 1 for me, James. So hopefully we've got, a few numbers there, a few we agree and a few we disagree on. So hopefully we've got something for our punters.
Well, hopefully we can find a winner. So make sure you head along to Cranbourne on Wednesday night for the 2014 Hickey Concreting Cranbourne Cup. Don't forget, Punters Club on track and your chance to win $5,000 on track. So head there Wednesday night. That's all for this preview on GRVextra.